Welcome back to Breaking Waves. It's late January in this episode, and Ben and I have been exploring the corners of Banderas Bay by sailboat for the last month. 4 years ago, we bought our boat with the dream of combining surfing and sailing. Now here we are.
Our first offshore passage!
3,000 nautical miles and one refit later, and we're doing just that. But this weekend, there is no swell in the forecast, so we are hanging up our bathing suits to spend time exploring Yelapa, Mexico. And I am so excited to show you.
I'm really excited for today.
We're haggling for a mooring ball.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just check out if we can anchor, but we'll probably end up over there. Yeah. I'm sorry? No. No.
No.
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Eduardo.
Eduardo?
Yeah.
Okay. Mi llamo es Ben. What you gusto? Scared the shit out of me.
Sorry I scared you. I was taking pictures, taking video. I look over and there's the panga straight at us, gun in it. And I was like, Ben!
Ben! Oh my god, Ben!
Definitely dramatic for what was happening, but I didn't know what was going on. And scared the living daylights out of Ben. Sorry. The anchorage was intensely rolly, so we decided it was safer to leave the dinghy on deck and make use of the panga taxi.
So the mooring balls are a little different down here. This one has like a big long line on it that doesn't quite seem right.
What do we do? This mooring ball is weird. It's got like really, really long line. That's huge, so like I can't wrap that on the cleat or... Yeah, and it's long and slimy and stinky. But I'm like, do you want me to be like out this far? I thought you want to like snug up to the mooring ball. It's really rolling in here too. I don't know. I guess that's fine. Weird. Kiana is the only scepter made with a rub rail, which is the wood feature that runs under our tow rail. They're apparently more common in Europe, but I was thankful to have it as the rolls had the panga smacking up against the rail. God, I'm fucked.
Starting a little seasick.
Oh my god, I almost hurled like 3 times. That's a close one. Land. Land.
First impressions of Yelapa so far?
I mean, it's stunning. It's got this like really jungly, massive ferns and giant palm trees. It's really beautiful. It's incredibly rolly. I'm still recovering a bit from almost puking, but I'm happy to be on land, and this place is really absolutely stunning.
Very, very pretty, yes. Look at that for a band. It's gonna take the palapas out.
Yelapa is fairly exposed to the north and northeast swell that kicks up in Banderas Bay. And because of its shape, swell gets funneled right into the anchorage, and it has quite an impressive shore pound.
And this is not even on a very big swell. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't even be here. Now,
Yeah, there's supposed to be no swell.
this just shows how much Punta Mita does block a lot of the northwest swell in the winter. It wraps around, but it also takes a lot of the juice out of it. What a keeper.
amazing. We walked around the corner here and it kind of started looking like almost the Amazon, like with this giant lake thing going on. And then the giant palms and it's like really earthy green. It looks like the Amazon. It's less of a lake and more of a river. Yelapa actually means where two rivers meet the sea. After the rivers that meet the sea.
It's really beautiful here.
We hopped in a local's boat to take us across so that we could explore the town. Gracias. ¿Cómo te llamo?
Me llamo Juan.
Hola, Juan. Me llamo Ali.
Okay. Que le vaya bien.
This is beautiful, Ben. Like, even just the arches.
All I can think about when you're through like buildings and stuff like this.
This would not last. Wow. Man, the plants are massive. This must get so much rain. I read that one of the things that makes Yelapa special is that the original 4 families that walked down the mountain and settled here never left. The land is legally set aside and protected for its indigenous people and held collectively by the people. I wonder what these flags mean. They're everywhere. There have been some, mostly Americans, that have also migrated here, but for the most part, everyone knows each other and quite a few are related. We caught a lift back across the river from a local in an old hull that looked like it was ready to sink.
Well, we didn't hike to the waterfall or go on a horseback ride. Got a little lazy, but we did hike through the town. It was cool.
We visited the town.
Yeah. Pretty cool spot. It's day's getting on now, and we got to get back to La Cruz, sail back to La Cruz for the work week. So,
Wait, back to work.
back to the woos, back to the boat, back to work week, back to reality.
We had been planning on staying the night, and since we have Starlink, maybe even the work week. But after seeing the rolliness of the anchorage, decided that it was safer to head back. A little disappointing, as there was so much we didn't get a chance to see, but the reality is that the safety of the boat always comes first. So we did as nature told us and set ourselves free from the mooring. And just like that, the weekend's over. It goes by so quickly. Back to Monday to Friday. I gotta get back to putting out another episode. Ben has to get back to his 9 to 5. I would love to stay longer, get some more sun, see it kind of on a deeper level as you do when you spend more time in a place. But it is really rolly tonight, so I would not have enjoyed sleeping here, but yeah, just, it's a absolutely stunning, jungly, very hippie, free, accepting place that I would like to enjoy or come back to, maybe. For now, back to La Cruz area. We're gonna anchor for the week and save some money and try to make some money. Signing off.
All right, good morning. We are back out on the hook. We're here in La Cruz. Might have told you guys already. Been out here just for 2 nights now, and already developed a bit of a problem. We have a leak in our dinghy, in the transom, in the hole that the bracket that holds the dinghy wheels in place. That sealant has worn away, and now we're taking on quite a bit of water when the boat's in the water. So a bit annoying, something that we gotta try to deal with relatively quickly, because I'm leaving soon to go back to BC for a week for work, and Allie's gonna be at anchor, and I just can't leave her with a leaking dinghy and a dog and being at anchor. Something we gotta resolve pretty quickly here. So anyway, we're gonna drop the dink in the water. We're gonna go get breakfast. I got a couple hours before the workday starts for me. Hit the Mexico Marine, the store, get the supplies I need to hopefully fix that leak. Ready to go ashore, buddy? Okay, let's get going. Come on, let's go. Come in. Allie's not awake yet.
Since Puerto Vallarta is 2 hours ahead of BC, we have a couple hours in the morning before we have to start work. This usually gets allocated for a surf session or any pressing boat jobs. You know, like a sinking dinghy. Yeah, that's the downside to a big cat. So you have to clean all of it.
I'd be happy to clean that cat. So we're getting some new hardware for the dinghy davit wheel, or the dinghy wheel brackets, and some new lines so I can make up some hoist lines. Got the goods.
Ben resealed the bracket on our dinghy with Sikaflex, then made a harness out of the new ropes that we bought, the main and the spinnaker halyards. And all before the workday started.
Strapped up the dinghy like this to keep it out of the water. It's using halyards, which is a good practice to do anyway, because there's actually been a few attempts or successes of dinghy theft, both in the marina and the anchorage here this year. So this makes it a bit harder. They can still easily cut the lines, but we also have it like a steel cable locked to the boat.
His outfit.
Thank you. Got some important meetings today. I look my best.
That's the work from home attire.
It's like working on a boat.
And in the evenings, if there's still enough light after dinner, we will go for a sunset surf to top the day off. Well, back to the work day. That's it, that's all I have to say. No, it was a fun surf session. Ben got a lot of waves. I kind of hung out back. Great way to spend a morning. Unfortunately, we do have to go to work, but fortunately we get to do it here. For those of you who are new, Ben and I do work remotely. Ben he owns a company that builds clean energy projects in BC, and he can do it remotely. So he's set up at the nav station right now. On a meeting there, and I do boat jobs, keep the boat moving, and edit the videos. So honestly too, with Starlink now, you can do it too. If you can work remotely, you can buy a sailboat and sail it around and work from your boat. I encourage you to do so because it is a really great lifestyle. Anyways, I'm babbling now and I'm just procrastinating editing. But yeah, gonna hop to it. I will chat with you guys probably this evening when we go for a sunset surf. Bye. I want to welcome our new patrons to the team. Robert Carrico, Paul Thomas, Stephen McLeod, and Kiki Rochelle. Thank you guys so much for joining the team. I'm so excited to chat with you on our group. And if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on next week's episode. See you then.